Afternoon, everyone. Excuse me, this is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for April 29th, 2021, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Remind everybody we have a reverse aging call tomorrow night, Friday, at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can imagine for a moment that you can actually dance through this life. Almost like the rhythm of the cosmic energy and the beat of it. The universe is our music, and it's guiding us every flamboyant step of the way. Now you can choose to glide gracefully across the dance floor of your life, or continually stumble and fall. The stumbling and falling is from the resistance of the flow of the cosmic energy of which you're part of. Once we discover for ourselves that we do not rely on the mind for liberation. We do not rely on the mind for liberation. And when we really understand and embrace that there is an amazing infinite universe all around us, the universe is you, and you are the universe. The universe is within the soul, and the soul is within the universe. When we look at, outer space extending far beyond what we can see, and what any high-tech cosmic telescope, which can view star systems right now 13 billion light years away, this universe is absolutely magnificent, magna-glorious. It's also a living, breathing experience that it extends infinitely within each and every single one of us. And it continues beyond the atomic quantum or the hyper-atomic quantum particles, which are amazing yet ancient. Electron microscopes can barely see. And when we all look inside ourselves, we choose to look inside ourselves on a conscious level, using our minds to explore who we truly are, what we discover is yet another realm of infinity. Now, we get to an understanding, some of us, sooner than others. There's no race. There's memories piled upon memories, piled upon memories, piled upon memories, and beliefs within beliefs within beliefs, all stacked to infinity. For every new thought that each of us are forming right now, there are a dozen new thoughts soon to follow. You might want to try this. Sit down on some, lazy Sunday afternoon to spiritually investigate who you really are, and you'll find you can ascend and descend absolutely infinity within the deepest realms of your own very soul. It is amazing when you do this. We have this relationship that's manifesting between our inner world and outer universe. It's like a perpetual reflection in a mirror. whatever is happening within our inner world, whatever is happening within us, it is absolutely attracting, magnetizing, moving energy into form, creating it in reality, manifesting that we are experiencing in our outer world. Everything within us, whatever is happening within us, is attracting, magnetizing, and manifesting what we are experiencing in our outer world. So let's just say you're in a good mood today, and all you see are happy, smiling faces wherever you go. And amazing opportunities seem to effortlessly just kind of quaff right in, float right your way. Then, if you fall down into an emotional dumpster, the face of every person has nothing but gloom and doom smeared all over it. And it feels like your entire life is about to collapse. Now, once we really, truly within understand what this means, the universal law of attraction is unavoidable. So whatever we're feeling and feeding into emotionally on the inside, it somehow always materializes into whatever we see, experience, and physically attract into our outer world. A lot of people aren't really consciously aware of that. They're not yet. They're too involved and drawn to the external world. So another example of how the infinite reflection is showing up in our lives, it is how it manifests in our relationships with others. The more love, compassion, and acceptance we have for ourselves, the easier it is to have compassion, love, and acceptance for others. See, you're not going to, even your ego mind pushes you, if you do not have that for yourself, how are you really, truly going to have for others? Okay? You're not. That's why we have so many mishappening relationships on this planet. The more love, compassion, and acceptance that we have for ourselves, the earlier it is to have compassion and love and acceptance for others. It's always that one thing that we absolutely dislike and cannot stand about the other. And that's reflecting some part inside ourselves that we do not want to own or accept. So if you're upset at your neighbor or whoever for being too dominating, controlling, and aggressive, instead of having compassion with them, you take a closer look inside yourself and you'll see how you're not okay with those parts of yourself that feel too dominating, controlling, or aggressive. It's all a deep and yet transparent mirror. We've all experienced this. When you get around certain people, and you don't even, it's not that you know them intimately. They could be just an acquaintance or even a stranger. And you get an uneasy feeling, they're talking, whatever. And you just kind of go, I don't like that person. You ever done that? You don't know them, but you have that feeling that it's almost like it's repulsed. Excuse me, you don't care to be around that person because you just don't feel warm and fuzzy around them. And that's really, really, they're teaching you and they're showing you there's a part of you that you're seeing in them that you just do not care to visit or forgive or surrender. This is why this all happens with all of us. So our inner world is an extension of our outer universe. And the outer world is an extension of our inner universe. And that means that this life extends into infinity in every direction and dimension. And our inner and outer universes are never separate. Nothing is separate. That's the illusion. That's the trick. Even though our physical bodies appear to be completely isolated, an isolated entity, it is not. We live in one sacred ocean of energy. There simply is just one universe that extends for infinity. One universe extends to infinity. Trillions and trillions of universes, which are all one, into the outer realms in all directions and inner dimensions. We contain the wet and salty qualities of the entire ocean, and yet are just a single drop in it. And the oceanic waves are always moving us and flowing through us, as us. He who thinks he is the doer, is also the sufferer. He who thinks he is the doer is also the sufferer, Ramana Maharishi. So the essential problem that most people are having with life, this life, is that they are not reaching deep enough inside themselves to reconnect with their actual living, breathing, infinite spiritual essence. All of our spiritual nature is a real thing. It is our most basic reality. It's actually what keeps our heart beating, our breath breathing, and our life force moving through us in every moment of existence. We do not have to breathe. Our body does it for us. The same as with our spiritual essence. It is living and creating through our physical bodies, unfolding its essential karmic programming within this great cosmic playground, because it is a playground. The only reason we all suffer, I'm not talking about continuously, but the only reason that we do is only when the mind gets in the way. Period. That's it. Well, Alice is suffering. Why? Because Alice's mind got in the way. When we become overly focused on thoughts and material things that make us feel limited or time-bound, we start believing we only have limited options. The realm of the infinite fades into the background of the finite. And then we start thinking everyone is living in a very small, contracted world. When we only focus on our needs, we forget how to connect with the soul of others. If we are always thinking about money and more material possessions, we cannot see or feel the infinite reality that is beneath it all. The majority of this civilization, some call it a rat race, however you want to tab it or label it, the majority of this civilization is trapped in thinking about time-bound appointments, which causes consciousness to squeeze itself into a tiny temporal box. Let's say, 3:15 p.m. This is a deadline coming. And we just don't have time to feel what eternity is like. And when we only live in a limited tick-tock, 24-hour clock world that is consumed with resources around money and material items, we instantly start feeling disconnected from the infinite, eternal beings we actually are. This is addictive dwelling of the mind on what is not infinite or eternal. It is what makes us feel spiritually disconnected from every living being on the planet today. This is what makes us feel spiritually disconnected from every living being on the planet today. This schedule, this stressful, time-bound, 24-hour time clock disconnects us. You imagine what it would be like on this planet with all of us if there was no time. If you never looked at a clock and you just floated through the day, evening, and night and morning. You got to try it. It's quite an experience. We were all born with a limited time-bound physical body that we could acquire a contrasting perspective, right? So we're in these bodies so we can have, comparison, kind of. And experience ourselves as the infinite, eternal being we actually are. So you're in the body, right? Your soul's in the body. What's wrong with experiencing the fact that you're an eternal being? That you know that what you are in that body. You're not that body. All of us, have the capability to create, move energy into form, create into reality, manifest and experience anything we desire. All of us do, right now. We are all children of a great universal consciousness, God, that is impregnated with unlimited potentiality. All this talk about the infinite is expanding our minds too much to handle today. Just remember that your inner world is always impacting and manifesting something in your outer world. Every split second, every thought that we believe to be true is what is creating our reality. That's paramount to deeply understand through the heart-mind. Every thought that all of us, every split second, that we believe to be true is what is creating our very reality right now on this planet. Our thoughts are always flowing through us and are always creating everything in our lives. We will become what we think in the future. So it is a really good heads up for all of us to be aware of our innermost thoughts and yet somehow remain non-attached. Our thoughts are not who we truly are. We are an eternal, infinite consciousness who is beyond form and time. We are pure awarenessness, reflecting back on itself in this physical universe of sacred space and time. It is our choosing, each of us, to let go of thoughts that we are cycling in our minds yesterday and ideas about the way life should turn out for us tomorrow. It cannot be emphasized enough to be here now. Now is the moment of power. Now is where enlightenment is discovered. For physically, we are forever forced to exist in this present moment. Our present awareness is always being generated from this present moment. Know this and live and breathe within this knowing. If we want our lives to be smoother, fuller, and more in touch with utter bliss, then there's one way. Get in touch with your eternal essence. Let go of any limiting thoughts that you have and drop into the knowingness that you are an infinite soul who will never cease. Now, if you crave for some secure life that is easy and light, give that experience to yourself on the inner world within first. Find out how to soothe yourself emotionally, giving deep, robust, tingling sensations to every corner of your body, mind, and spirit. This great experience of divinity is infinitely available and ready to take each of us into the higher dimensions. Our greatest life is ready for us here, now. So open yourself up and welcome it in. And you will find the infinite within the finite. Trust the process. Confidence through the heart-mind. Breathe it in and enjoy every single breath you are given. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure that we all are. And relax the body. Picture yourself, if you will, that you are not the body, and you lean into the God that you are. So the body goes into the arms of the God that you are. The body completely relaxes and lets go of all the stress, fear, anxiety, all of it. Because it doesn't serve us to any greater good. None of us. Okay, so we've experienced these things numerous times. So why carry them? Let them go. And the body will let go and relax. And the body has complete confidence in you as the God. The thing is that many of us don't know we're the God within these bodies. You can feel it from head to toe, inside and out, how your body just completely goes limp, just relaxes. You don't have a care in the world. You're not concerned about anything, really. You're only in the moment, in the now. Exactly what you're focusing on, you're in the now. In the now, your body relaxed. We move into the now, and we stay in the now. This is a practice of staying in the now. Many things are opened up to us internally when we are only focused on the moment, the now. Now, I'm not saying that the ego mind is not going to try to waylay you or convince you that it's silly. You've got to plan, and you've got to estimate, and you've got to project, and you've got to do this, and you have to have expectations, and you have to have attachments. How are you going to live if you don't have those things? All we got to do is take a look around and understand why it's so confusing on this planet. In the now, we still the ego, the mind, the subconscious mind. We literally step out of them. We are not playing the game of worry, stress, fear, anxiety. We are not playing the game of wandering into a future that doesn't exist and a past that is long dead and gone. We're only in the now. We all have memories. Memories are great. It's almost like you can reach in your pocket, pick out a memory, and just kind of reminisce it. And we embrace it, and we all do it. None of us are exempt from it. But, those memories are from past experiences, correct? Hopefully we've learned from those experiences, and so we keep the memories in our library, in our subconscious mind. And we can read them anytime we want. But some of us, for some reason, find it much more enjoyable to live in the past, reminiscing and reliving these memories, way too long. Now, the past is dead. It's like an elephant graveyard, carcasses and bones, and it's smoggy, and it's this really dank air place. It's dead, inert. So we will take that past, we will bring it into a future that doesn't exist, we will create that future from that past, and we will relive that past in that future. And many of us on this planet do that. This is why we continually will say to ourselves, why is it no matter what I do, no matter how I do things, it seems like I always end up in the same place. Why is that? Others of us will go into the future that doesn't exist, and we wander. We don't wonder, we wander. So as we say to ourselves, why can't I have this, and why am I not, how come I don't have this, and when am I going to have this, and how long is it going to take me to have this? But you see how it works? The now is what we have, the moment to moment. Wouldn't you prefer to still the mind and the ego, all that chatter and all that noise that we have, all those thoughts, tens of thousands of them every day, and most of them aren't even ours? Once you try it, once you do it, it gets to the point where you don't care to leave it because it's so opening. It's so relieving. It isn't congested. It isn't stressful. It isn't pressuring. It isn't hurried. Now we can view the ego, the mind, and the subconscious mind from the now, the moment. Now, how do we stay in the now? Because we do. It's like the clouds. When you look at the sky and you see clouds floating by, those are like thoughts. And sometimes we'll grab onto one of those thoughts, and they take us off somewhere. You ever done that? You ever been focused on something, and all of a sudden you're off somewhere else in your, in thoughts, and you're nowhere near what you were focused on? And we all do that. None of us are exempt from it. But, what's fun about that is that when we're consciously aware of it, we say to ourselves, I'm wandering off here. So I'll focus on my breath, and I'll be in the now. You'll be in the now 24/7 if you focus on your breath. 3,000% of the time, you'll be in the now. So whenever you wander off, you're consciously aware, which is a good thing. You say, I'll focus on my breathing, my breath. And the breath is divine positive energy. What is the breath? It focuses us, strengthens us, relaxes us, eases us, comforts us. It's divine positive energy. It also sustains the body that holds the kingdom of God. And what powers the breath? Well, the God that you are within the body powers the breath. So there's another reason why it is divine. Now, you imagine you see your body, it's relaxed. It isn't stressed. You can see how comfortable and totally open it is. And you see, going through it, 7 wheels of light, starting right at the tailbone and moving all the way to the top of the head of your body. Now, these are really vibrantly colored wheels of light. None of the colors on this planet can compare to these colors. They're all different shaped flowers with different shaped geometrical in the center, geometrical shapes in the center. And we notice that there is this energy flowing through them. And the energy flowing through them is you, the God. Now, sometimes the God flow can be blocked, diverted, or obstructed in some way, shape, or form, either emotionally or physically, in those bodies. And so when you look at these chakras, these energy vortexes, you can see a misalignment, if there is one, okay? None of us have completely aligned chakras. Not yet, anyway. Now, we know that we are the gods that flow through these energy vortexes. And so we take our divine positive energy and we join the God Force Love Light energy, which is all one, and it flows through these chakras. Now we look and we see that there's a red one on our tailbone. It's beautiful red. And that one deals with our survival. And it's the Muladhara, the root chakra. It's our survival. It's our money, food. And it's connected to our spine, rectum, legs, arms, and circulatory system. And you know what blocks it? Interesting to know what's blocking these. Fear blocks our survival. Fear of not having money. Fear of having money. Fear of living. Fear of dying. Fear of happiness. Fear of sadness. Fear of illness. Fear of healthiness blocks our survival. And then we move to the orange wheel of light, our sacral chakra, our Vadhisthana. This is our pleasure. This is our connection, ability to accept others and new experiences. It's sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Our physical association is our reproductive organs, our kidney, bowels, and immune system. And what blocks this? What blocks this energy vortex? Guilt blocks it all. And then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light. This is our willpower. Solar plexus chakra, Manipura. And emotionally, it's our self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. The central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. And it's blocked by shame. And then we move to the emerald green wheel of light. Heart chakra, Anahata. It's our ability to love, relationships, self-acceptance, joy, inner peace, physical association, heart, thymus, lower lung, circulatory system, immune system. And then we move to the blue wheel of light. the Vishuddha, the throat chakra. It's our self-expression. It is our truth. Expression of our feelings. And physically connected, associated with the thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. And what blocks it? Lies. And then we move to the indigo wheel of light. Third eye chakra, the ajna. Intuition, sense of purpose and direction in this life. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. In emotional issues or intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions for ourselves. Physical association, pituitary glands, eyes, and sinuses. And then we move to the crown chakra, the sahasrara. This is our direct connection to the divine, to be fully connected spiritually. It's the very top of our heads, violet wheel of light. Our emotional issues are inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality and pure bliss. Physical associations, pineal gland, brain, nervous system. And what blocks it? Ego attachment blocks it. Ego attachment. Now we've brought these energies, God, force, love, light, divine, positive energy, all the way on top of our heads, through all these energy vortexes. And we hold it just briefly. We are love, we are God, and we are one. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress these energies into pure, liquid, omnipotently powerful energy. And we release it over our pineal glands. And none of us have fully healthy, functioning pineal glands. Not yet. They connect us to all the particles of existence. They connect us to consciousness and beyond. So they're quite important. Now you view it through your heart, mind's motion picture on how you see your pineal gland. What imagery do you have of it? I see, I see it as a green bowl, a rosebud. And when I release this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, it instantaneously transforms into this massive, fully bloomed rose with multicolored petals. And the fragrance is just off the charts. It's such a wonderful fragrance, so intoxicating. And it sends out these shimmering waves of this energy, this frequency that just saturates me, and it's just a deep, eternal peace, a deep, eternal love, a deep, eternal gratitude, and it's unending. It's not intermittent, it's just always. And then I discovered that the rose is me, and I'm the rose, which is the God within this body. So it reflects back to me. So when the God speaks to me, that energy reflects back to let me know who and what I am. And the deep eternal peace opens it up completely. Now these bodies that we're in, the heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious mind, the God, the pure consciousness, all one. Our higher self, our soul, our spirit, all one. And we are heaven on this earth. The soul is the heaven, the body is the earth. At every step we take, we create paradise. We're doing it right now. Right in the now. And we've learned to shine the light that we are, the gods that we are within this body, outward. Not just in one direct beam, but flooding 360 degrees emanating out from us, saturating, literally bathing and flooding all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this solar system, in this galaxy, in this universe. So we are a God planet with 8 billion gods consciously aware of who and what they are. The planet literally glows. Can be seen in all light spectrums. And all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. And it affects the entire collective consciousness, the God. Total liberation of the planet. Now, since we are consciously aware, particles, pieces of the collective consciousness in this golden ocean, we reach out to parts of ourselves that are consciously aware. Not all of us are awake in the collective consciousness, in the God. So the ones that we reach out, the parts that we reach out to, archangels, cherubim, seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yalla, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Now the archangels are a civilization that vibrate a different frequency than we do, so that's why we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet with them and interact with them and talk with them throughout this life. And we don't identify that in the interaction. We usually afterwards, it dawns on us in some way, shape, or form. But that was a meeting with an angel. And they have the same message. It's just sent in many different ways. It boils down to, isn't it absolutely spectacular, wonderful, magna glorious to be alive in these bodies? And then the bliss within shines out within us. Now, they can surround any one of us at any time with tens of thousands of them. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can hold a large number in a small area. Now, the ascended masters, they have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, into pure consciousness, God form. We have ascended into physical form, are mastering physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And then some of us learn enough about who and what we are that we are able, literally, we are able to understand that we don't follow the light. We are the light. We go anywhere we desire. So we reach out to all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. We call upon all light energy beings out there that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to form the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, are in this now. Now they come in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this universe without any sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction, and they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the celestials, all the galactics, yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. To be with us in this now, in this meditation, is forming this circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every single day. Trillions throughout the universes every single day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, and many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in uncountable numbers, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, are in this now. And there are so many different kinds of colors, shapes, sizes, forms, configurations, which we've never seen. As a matter of fact, we only see 1% of what is. Now, the ones that we're somewhat familiar with are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many, many more. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. And in the trillions, they are with us now, consciously. We're all gathered arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force of love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This circle of light emanates from the God within each and every single one of us. The hundreds of millions of us that have assembled here in complete consciousness on and off world. And we are flooding this entire planet, in it, on it, above it, below it, and beyond it, with this deep, pure, eternal love. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, all of our brothers and sisters, everything, higher and higher and higher vibrational frequencies of deep, eternal love, deep, eternal gratitude, and deep, eternal peace. We begin to ascend above the planet. As we do, we understand that the light that we are is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. Take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system alone to even come close to its brilliance. We're immediately met, as we ascend, with a massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. And the glitter is just uncountable, so numerous, of vibrant colors of flashing light. And when we look at the source of the reflection, we see these microscopic, tiny little mirrors that are etched. We understand that there is no end to them, that we are reflecting each other, and we are each students and teachers for and of each other. We're learning from one another. All the gods learning from each other. It's amazing. This is endless. We're never alone. Never have been, never will be. Ever, beyond, and forever. So we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. Then we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor. It is emanating from the God source within our bodies. It protects us 24/7. No demon possession, no entities, no attachments. No lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. No voodoo, no Wiccan. Nothing can harm us, period, ever. Eternally. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, through hate, anger, greed, envy, hurry, stress, anxiety, fear, you will create a breach, whether consciously or unconsciously, in your white fire armor, enough so to allow the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a purple transmuting flame. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. And we can send them to pure consciousness where they are vaporized and they are no more. We're then met with the violet ray. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor and restoring our high of the highest, deep eternal love and gratitude and peace, vibrational harmony. You're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sun rises. We are the trees and the forest. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the animals. We are the soils. We are the clouds and the sky. We are everything. And everything is us. So the next time you view a sunset or a sunrise or a starry lit night sky, and you're in complete awe of just the depth of the beauty and expansiveness, it is you. It is you, the God within you, that you're in awe of. We continue to ascend above this planet. As we do, some of us step outside our physical forms to float effortlessly above them. Why? Because we can. Those of us carrying physical form, not all of us are. We come in complete view of this massive crystalline light tower which we created. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the column, we see this oblong sphere. And the center of the sphere is this golden white sparkling ball of light. It is surrounded by numerous circles of light, multicolored, vibrating, and sending out multitude of waves of almost like a warm mist that just barely touches you and then immediately floods and saturates you head to toe, inside and out. And the golden white sparkling bowl of light is deep, pure, eternal love. And then follows deep, eternal gratitude, deep, eternal peace, well-being, bliss, joy, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, tranquility, benevolence, great wealth, abundance. It's unending. It's eternal. It's infinity. And we discover that it's all a reflection of us, of the gods we are. At the top of the column, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees. This golden ocean is pure, deep, eternal love. It's saturating all of us, head to toe, inside and out. All of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. This planet cannot not ascend. The vibrational frequencies cannot not ascend. We are liberating the planet and the civilization and all life into the higher existence in realms of deep, pure, eternal love, peace, and bliss, and gratitude. Now, we're all drops of this golden ocean, and we also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is the drops of the golden ocean, and the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at set center circle. We created this sphere over 3 years ago. It houses well over 1,300 of our meditations in perpetual motion. That means always. They don't deplete. They don't disintegrate. They don't go away. They intensify. Because every day, for over 3 years, hundreds of millions of us gathered on and off world with the intent of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace, and total liberation of this planet and whole life. Feel it in your heart-mind. See it in your heart-mind's motion picture. Experience it. Know it. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. You're the liberation. Your essence, the God that you are, all of us, is the liberation of this planet in the ascension into the higher existences and frequencies. We are the love. We are the God. We are the one. We are the collective consciousness. That's what's transforming everything. I'll join you in a meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. Our minds will not liberate us. The gods that we are our liberation. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, into the following morning. And we'll return here April 30th, Friday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.